Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to my debate show. My name is Ivanka as a host in this show. And our topic today is pre-marriage agreement, is it important or not? As we know, marriage is one of the most important and sacred moments in our life. When a person does a new step when they are ready to change their status into a husband and wife, there are many things that must be prepared. Not only how the wedding party is held, but also the life after marriage. Recently, pre-marriage agreements have become a popular topic among the public right now. And before we start today's debate on this show, here are the debate rules that we must follow at this show. The first, the debate will be divided into two sessions. The first is affirmation session and the second is opposition session. The two, each team will be given maximum 3 minutes to present their argument. And the three, participants might not interrupt to opposite team speech. The fourth, participants should use polite and respectful language. The five, participants must not personally attack to the opposing team. And the sixth, participants must dress neatly and politely. And the last is, participants are expected to follow the rules properly. Okay, right now we can start this debate show, and this segment will start with the affirmation team first. So affirmation team first, times is yours. Thank you. We are from affirmation team. We believe that pre-marriage agreements are important. In our opinion, pre-marriage agreements have several benefits, including the first, provide clarity and legal certainty. A pre-marriage agreement can help couples who avoid future disputes over property, debt, and child custody. This is because a pre-marriage agreement clearly sets out the right and obligation for each party. And the second is encourage security and comfort. With a pre-marriage agreement in place, both persons will feel more secure and comfortable in their marriage life. This is because they know clearly what will happen if their marriage ends, like a divorce, or what if one of them is passed away. And the third is transparency and communication. From a study titled Analisis Hukum dan Sosial dalam Perjanjian Pranikah, they highlight how creating a pre-marriage agreement encourage open communication and transparency between partners. Like as we know, discussing financial openly can strengthen the marriage foundation. Okay, the next will be continued by the opposite team. So opposite team, times is yours. We are the opposite team. In our opinion, pre-marriage agreements are not important because the first, it goes against the value of marriage. Marriage should be based on love, affection, and trust, not on a written agreement like that. A pre-marriage agreement might give the impression that the couple do not trust each other and are only concerned about their own interests. And the second, it gives a negative emotion. From the journal Analisis Hukum dan Sosial dalam Perjanjian Pranikah, one that focusing on potential divorce through a pre-marriage can create unnecessary fear and anxiety. This, along with our concept that pre-marriage can introduce negative effect at the beginning of marriage life. The third, This can trigger dispute. The process of drawing up the pre-marriage agreement can trigger dispute between the two parties, especially if they have different opinion on the division of property and responsibilities. And the last is of course about the cost. It's need a high cost. Making a pre-marriage agreement is costly, especially if a notary is involved. This can be a burden for a couple who are on a tight budget. The affirmation theme is your time to reply the opposite, so take your time. That's why we agree if the pre-marriage agreement is important. For to pay, a notary needs more consider. How about the future costs? Now, it's time to the opposite team to reply the affirmation team argument. So opposite team times is yours. So take your time. And that's why we disagree, because marriage is not about written agreement. It's about feeling to each other like love and affection. The affirmation team is your time to reply the opposite, so take your time. Okay, as we know, human emotion change easily. What if one of them is cheating or doesn't fulfill their role as husband or wife? And also, what if they harm each other like physical abusive? A pre-marriage agreement can help to protect the right of each party, especially in terms of property, business, as well the child custody. That's why this is important to have a pre-marriage agreement. Now, it's time to the opposite team to reply the affirmation team argument. So opposite team times is yours. So take your time. I'm sorry, but you are too much prejudice, as if one party has no trust in their partner, especially this is a marriage life. I think it's impossible. Well, enough because the time is over. Well, both of them have a strong argument. The next session is a conclusion of the both teams. In this section, we will summarize the argument of the both teams. The first one is the conclusion from the affirmation teams, so times is yours. Okay, and our conclusion is that the pre-marriage are crucial for protecting individual rights and obligation within a marriage. The pre-marriage agreement is safeguard financial matters and also the responsibilities. That's why this is very important. Thank you. Okay, and now it's time to the conclusion from the opposite teams. Times is yours. Our conclusion is pre-marriage agreements are not important because it can create unnecessary fear and anxiety which make a potential to divorce even at the beginning of married life. Well, before I close this show, let me give the conclusion from this debate today. The decision to enter into a pre-marriage agreement should be based on mutual agreement and careful considered by both parties. And it's important to remember that marriage is not just about property and legal right, but also about love, affection, and trust. A pre-marriage agreement can help strengthen a marriage, but it should not be the primary basis of marriage life. So, a pre-marriage agreement is optional because the most important is to find the right partner. That's all from me. Okay, that's all as the host of the show today. See ya in the next moment. Have a nice day. Stay healthy. Goodbye. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.